Tonight, Vicki's prediction came true. Jim cheated on Meghan. It's the Real Housewives of Orange County updates on its Bravo, bitch.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
You like this music?
I'm into it. I like it. Yeah.
It's a little dance that we're doing. Welcome. It's Bravo, bitch, with Hollywood LuAnn. We're doing a Real Housewives of Orange County edition. It's an updates edition. We're going to talk about the new cast members, who's back together, who's not. We're feeling Giovanni. We're going to talk about Real Housewives of New York City. A little Southern charm, but I have a couple guests in the clubhouse. You know her from the Kardashian after show, Miss Shanti Christina.
What is up? How are you?
How are you doing?
I am so excited to be here.
It's Bravo, bitch. You're finally here.
I love everything Bravo. It's all I think about.
And you're a bitch, so it's perfect.
Yeah, totally.
Speaking of bitches, we do have one personal bitch of mine in the clubhouse. My dog, Fiona the Schnauzer. Hi, baby girl. I'm sure you can see her. If not, it's probably like a cropped version. She's on the couch over there.
She's snoozing.
She's being a good girl. We have a lot to talk about. Before we get into the sad stuff, because we're going to talk about Meghan's blog. It's very, very detailed oriented. There's a lot of very hurtful things that have happened in the last couple months. Jim cheated on Meghan. Obviously, it's everywhere. We're going to read her blog. We're going to talk a little bit about the new cast members. We're going to talk about Gina's update. Looks like she's back together with her husband. So before we get into all of that juicy Real Housewives of Orange County stuff, I want to talk about New York City.
My favorite.
It's been so good lately. They just came off this trip. Well, they're still technically on the trip.
They are. And when New York goes on trips, they go hard. It's like the best quality reality TV that we need and deserve.
Oh my
God.
God.
I love every minute of it.
Sonia drinking, like, to the point where she's falling off the table. There's glass everywhere. Bethenny's going crazy. Bethenny went crazy.
She always does.
She always does, but usually someone is going crazy and she's telling them to go to sleep because they're crazy. This time, she was the one having a nervous breakdown, not a breakthrough.
Right. She was freaking out a little bit, but I don't know. What do you think about all of it? Like, the whole LuAnn thing?
It's not all about LuAnn, obviously. Bethenny is under a lot of stress, and it's just all coming out. But LuAnn did trigger the entire group to just feel a certain way about her. She has been just coming off very cavalier, you know what I mean?
Right.
The cabaret has gotten to her, and now life is just a cabaret. It's all about her. There's no self-awareness anymore. Barbara was losing the Kool-Aid. She was getting upset, you know what I mean? So I feel like all the ladies are kind of against LuAnn right now. They filmed the reunion early as well.
I'm excited to see it. I am on team other women, but I did feel like when they were at that dinner and they were all waiting for LuAnn and they were kind of talking shit about her the entire day, they were just ready for battle when she sat down, and I felt like it was a little bit unfair.
And she didn't give it to them. She took the high road, in my opinion, even though she was not, by making fun of Tinsley while she was slurring. Oh, it's like, girl, come on. We've seen you fall into the bushes. Like, really?
Great TV, by the way. I miss that. I miss that LuAnn. I'm sorry.
I know. That's why Dorinda was like, she's gone. I want to hug the old LuAnn, but she's gone. Now we have this one.
Yeah. I'm for sobriety, of course, if you have an addiction. But drunk LuAnn on TV is so cool.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's the sobriety, but there's definitely an attitude shift on the Real Housewives of New York City, and it's been affecting all the cast members. It's been going down the list of parallel women. Like, they're all have a certain perspective now, and it's basically, I don't know, something about New York women. You know what I mean? They speak their minds. But it's been trickling down into the world. It's not just about this little bubble that we call Manhattan. Bethenny Frankel got into a little feud with Sunny, host from The View. I don't know if that's her last name, but under everything social media, it's Sunny the host.
I don't think that's her last name, but I don't know because I've never seen her before. So
I've never seen her before either, but I saw this clip on Twitter. It's Sunny talking about Bethenny Frankel, saying, you know what? Bethenny Frankel yelled at my child. You know what I mean? So I had to come outside and yell at her and say, you know what? Adults speak to adults. Don't be yelling at my child. So I don't know exactly what happened, but there's a little feud happening. It was talked about on The View, and it got a lot of audience interaction and applause, meaning I don't know if we're all fully on board for Bethenny right now, especially after this breakdown.
Okay, so do we know the full story? Why was Bethenny yelling at the child? What did the child do wrong? Was the child abusive?
The child was being loud. Apparently, it was outside of Bethenny's, I don't know, area where Bethenny's child was sleeping. There was an open window. I don't know if this is even feasible. I thought Bethenny lived in some huge high rise, but I don't know. I really don't know the story. I just know that Bethenny yelled at this little girl, told her to be quiet. So the little girl went back in and said, "Mom, this lady just told me to be quiet." So she went outside and it was Bethenny.
I heard that they were like in school together or something. I could be wrong though. Again, I don't know the full story.
The kids nap at school.
But okay, yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe
it was
that's
something
what
school related, or they play together. I don't.
Maybe that's what it is. But there was just like a little bit of an interaction between them, and it wasn't pleasant. Apparently, Bethenny was told, "You know what? Next time you have a problem with my child, take it up with me and not my child. Speak to an adult."
Yeah, I have a hard time believing that Bethenny would yell at a child. She's pretty rational for the most part. What do you think? Like, whose side are you on here?
Well, I do believe Bethenny has a rational kind of perspective, but I do feel like sometimes she does come off very entitled, and I feel like sometimes she does lose herself in her emotions. The stress can build up, and she starts to project, and it starts to just come out. I keep leading back to that breakdown because it was so insane. She was hyperventilating. We all thought she was going to have a heart attack.
Yeah, that was pretty insane. And you have to remember that this is all after the death of her ex-boyfriend / fiance, whatever you want to call him.
Sit down. Sorry, I'm talking to my dog. Sit down.
And that takes a toll. And this whole time, we've kind of seen her take care of everybody else around her, all of her friends, you know. Yeah. Really, all of her friends need to be taking care of her in this moment of need. She obviously, you can clearly see it in this episode.
Let's take care of Bethenny, but not before we talk about LuAnn's music video. So Feelin' Giovanni is the song. We do have a picture of LuAnn wearing a statement necklace and showing her goodies off in this video. What do you think about the song? Do you like it?
You guys, I have to be honest, I'm not a fan of any Bravo songs. I mean, they're enjoyable and they're funny and they're kitschy, but this one was actually pretty good. I watched it at work
Feelin'
today.
Giovanni.
It's a good beat. Those horns,
Feelin'
I'm into
Giovanni.
it.
Oh, man.
And the cameos.
I love the Lisa Rinna and the Cynthia Bailey cameos. Those were fantastic. But I'm just not sure about.
What about the Charlie's Angels vibes and Andy Cohen? I actually thought it was good. I was like, this is funny.
I'm glad that you got a new producer because this beat is definitely much better than the other ones.
Right?
The other ones were good because they were so bad. But this one actually has a shot.
You nailed on the head.
Being played at the gay club, probably only.
Yeah, it's
I can't see this like at One Oak or anything.
No, definitely not. But maybe in WeHo at some gay bars, they'll love it.
Giovanni.
Yeah, no, I like it. I'm into it.
The Real Housewives of New York City have not disappointed. Entertainment Weekly's called it the best show on television. They always bring it to us. This group of ladies really knows how to break it down. Ramona competing with Tinsley over guys. Like, it's just been really good. We have a couple more episodes to go for it. So make sure to check out the after show, which I do host with Chelsea Stark-Jones. Let's move on to the OC. The fruit of what we're really going to talk about today. We're going to talk about all things Orange County. There's a lot of updates that I'm going to give you guys today. The first one that I want to talk about is Meghan King Edmonds. Basically, she has been dealing with these rumors. So she decided, you know what? I want you guys to hear it from me. I want to squash this right away. I'm going to write a blog about it. And it caused Jim to write his own blog about it. It's caused everyone to kind of put in their 2 cents. Tamra, Vicki, Kelly. I have everyone's opinions tonight. But basically, Jim cheated on her. He's saying that it wasn't a physical cheat and it's just been emotional cheating and Instagram cheating. Like, he sent pictures of his private parts to her.
Sure.
How do you feel about a dick pic?
I was just talking about this today. I actually have never received a dick pic.
What?
And yeah, in my life.
Give out your Instagram handle immediately, please.
At Shanti_Christina. I do check my DMs. No. I don't love dick pics, but I also don't believe for 1 second that he was sending dick pics to this woman and there was no physical situation.
Yeah, I was going to say there is proof of the dick pics because there's screenshots all over the internet.
Right. But he's saying that he never actually hooked up with her.
That he never actually met up with her. There was no physical contact, and that he admits there was definitely inappropriate texting and communication. I don't know how I feel about this. I've always kind of felt like eventually he was going to get tired of her. I know that sounds really, really bad, but Vicki talked about this on the show when they were in a heated argument. She said, talk to me in 5 years when you're divorced, Jim, when you're tired of her. You know what I mean? It's really bad. We do have a picture of Meghan, the twins, and Jim. This is the sad part of it. You know what I mean? I don't want to be super bitchy about it because she does not deserve this. No one deserves this. We're looking at a picture of her with 2 babies, so it hurts my heart to be a shady bitch about it. You know what I mean? But I did kind of see this coming, unfortunately. You know, Jim has always been a piece of work. He's always been portrayed a certain way on the show. We can't make someone act like a dick on the show, so we know you're kind of a dick. We've seen you interact with your wife, and you're kind of dismissive.
Yes.
You know, you're kind of like, all right, that's enough, which is understandable. She's kind of annoying. Sorry, Meghan.
Okay, I mean, when I first heard the story, was anybody shocked? I wasn't shocked.
We weren't
at
shocked,
all.
but it's sad. It's sad.
It definitely is sad. Here's the thing that I want women to know: athletes, or most athletes, are cheaters, and we see this all the time in our lives. Tristan Thompson, for example, So you
trash.
know what?
Tristan, trash.
Not to say that cheating is okay, but these men think that they can get away with anything. And man, after reading her blog post, I read it today in full, and it is really sad.
I just want to read a couple inserts of it, just because I wanted to give you guys, if you haven't read the blog, go to Meghan Edmonds. It's called I'm Sad. And I do want to read a little bit of it, just because I want to get you guys just up to date with the kind of feelings that she's putting out into the world. This is super sad. You guys always have been there with me on the Bravo journey, so you guys know how I feel about Meghan. She's never been my favorite person ever, you know what I mean? I'm not going to just come on and be like, it's super sad. She's always been great. You know what I mean? I like that she called Vicki old, you know what I mean?
Don't come for my Vicki.
Oh, God.
Don't come for my Vicki.
Vicki has been demoted. That's the other subject we're going to talk about. I need to get you guys fully prepared, because a lot of you guys on the Vicki bandwagon, which is fine. I love Vicki too, but you know, she doesn't want to come in here, and she follows me and unfollows me, and we have a weird relationship.
Okay, it sounds personal. It sounds real personal.
You know what, though? But here's the thing about Vicki. She's acted a certain way the last couple seasons. People have been mad at her. And instead of just kind of owning it and been like, look, I mess up. I'm human. She doesn't really say that. Instead, she was like, I've been nailed to the cross like Jesus. And people are kind of over that. People really want a full circle moment. They want you to act like crazy, but they want you to, at the end of the day, acknowledge it, apologize for it, own your shit. Own it.
Own it. I agree with you. Think about all the OGs of all the Housewives shows that don't own their shit. Nene, Lisa Vanderpump, LuAnn.
Okay, so is this just like an OG thing?
That's what I'm feeling
Look,
like.
I've always had respect for the OG, but you know what? All right, let's get back to Meghan. We're going to talk about Vicki in a second. I just want to get you guys prepared, because she is a friend. She is a friend of the show. Get it? Get it in there. I know it's hard to process. What? Vicki not being part of the show? I know half of you guys are like, woohoo, yeah! And then half of you guys are like, no, she's the OG. She's not going anywhere. I'm telling you. I have sources. She's not on the show. She's a friend of the show. She even got married to be on the show to Steve, and it's still, she's just a friend. But you say you just a friend. You say you just a friend. All right.
Okay.
We're back to being sad again. We're talking about Meghan. And I quote, marriage is hard. We've been through our ups and downs. I've talked about it openly. A relationship takes two, but it doesn't take two to cheat. I did nothing wrong. I don't deserve this. I did nothing except be pregnant with our twins and try to have a healthy pregnancy. So what is so broken in him to propel him to do this to me? To us? It wasn't one mistake, one lapse in judgment. I saw the text. Each one represents his decision to throw our marriage in the trash. Ooh, this is so deep.
So deep.
Why did he self-sabotage? Who sends nudies? Okay, Meghan,
I laughed at that part.
I know you've been pregnant with twins, girl, and maybe you've been out of it living in that cul-de-sac in Orange County. But girl, people send those pictures. That's what Snapchat is for, because it goes away.
Disappears.
Jim,
never
you should have gotten
happened.
Snapchat, girl. This would have never happened. Well, you could still screenshot on Snapchat, but they know you screenshotted. And then you're like, you know what? You screenshotted my nudie. I'm not sending you nothing else now. You could have cut it off early. But here we are now. Let's keep going. I feel sad. Oh, do I feel so sad? I feel abandoned, lonely. My best friend, my number one person has lied to me. Who is he? Do I even know? In the days of digital media, what are we if we don't have our reputation? Every job is dependent upon an unsoiled reputation. What was he thinking? I am a victim, but I am not defined by this. I need space to heal. Ultimately, I hope our marriage can recover.
Dun, dun, dun.
And she says she doesn't fault anybody but him, and there's a lot of people out there with bad intentions. She sees that, people are going to do stuff because you're on reality television to try to sabotage you. Or like my mom used to say, the devil's always going to try to get you. You got to rebuke him and tell him he's a liar. Tell the devil he's a liar.
Those slimy people, she said, they're going to get in your life and they're going to give you temptation. You got to rise above it. But Jim did not do that.
No, he didn't. Let's talk about the nitty gritty here. Do you think this is going to recover? And do you feel a certain way about her if she decides to be with him? Because sometimes, the support for women is definitely bias. Sometimes there is only a support if you do a certain type of thing. You know what I mean? I feel like these days opinions are very, very, either you're on the right side or the bad side. If you have a different opinion, people are just upset with you. Like if you say anything bad about Lisa Vanderpump, you'll get a bunch of mean tweets by a bunch of people with 3 followers and a horse avatar. It makes no sense. It's so weird. We'll talk about that later. But it's true. Everyone has an opinion, and if you don't have the right one, people are going to get mad at you.
Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be a certain shift here? What do you think is going to happen?
I mean, just even reading the comments of her blog post, there were so many supportive women, a lot of women have gone through the same thing and can relate, and I think most of us just want the best for her. It's really easy for you to say, oh, you should just leave him. She just had 2 brand new babies.
You need the father,
You need the father, and therefore I'm not saying that she should stay with him, but I don't think that she's going to leave him if she just found some lewd texts sent. But the question is, has he done this before? Is this the first time? Will she ever know that? Probably not. But I think, obviously, the trust and the damage is broken. We're going to have to see it play out in the future. Can he come back from it? Because in my head, he's done bad stuff before. I don't know why I think that. I
know. He just seems like such a jerk. Sorry.
Yeah, did he do something with his ex-wife? I don't know all of the details. I'm not sure. I could just be making that up.
The ex-wife that we do know about has passed. We saw her on the show.
Oh, yes.
LuAnn.
Okay.
I think her name was LuAnn, right? She was so nice and super sweet. And I loved that aspect that Meghan shared with her. And I like that we got to showcase her. You know what I mean? She came in dolled up and stuff. And it was nice to see her. It was I think the last time we saw her on TV. And, something that you said really struck a chord with me. We only want what's best for her, and it's really easy for people to cast judgment. And I like that there's been a lot of supportive women on her blog. That makes me feel good.
Yeah. I was kind of looking for a bad negative one, I don't know, just to see if there was any negative
people
comments.
Are shady.
But there was none. And everyone was very supportive. Some women were I'm crying, I'm going through the same thing. You're going to pull through this. And I think that's what she needs right now in this time. And I liked her vulnerability by posting the blog post. Hey, this is what happened. This is how I found out. This effing sucks.
She set the record straight because people out there were oh, she called and left a crazy voicemail. And Meghan's I didn't call anybody. She says it in the blog. She sets everything straight. And I think this was important. So I think we both agree. Kudos to her for releasing the blog. I think it's fantastic that everyone is jumping on the bandwagon of support because it's really easy to be a bitch these days. And I feel even with me, I'm an entertainment reporter. I'm here to give you guys entertainment and to entertain you guys. So if there's going to be a little bit of sass and bitchiness, then that's what's going to happen. So I was kind of looking for an ounce of like people that are going to be like, oh, Vicki predicted this and blah, 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 blah. But they're really, even though there was a little bit about that, Vicki did not give them that. I've heard she sent a really nice text message saying, I'm sorry that you're going through this. You don't deserve this. As well as Tamra saying, I saw it on Instagram myself. Tamra sent her a little comment saying, I wish I could hug you right now. This is not fair. You don't deserve this.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, in these shows, these women tear each other down and they do low blows and they say things that are effed up. But I think when stuff actually happens, the women usually don't kick people when they're down.
Yeah.
However, did you see the comment that Kelly made?
Well, that was something that was kind of blown out of proportion because I heard that that comment that she had made was an old comment that was resurfaced. You know, because Kelly was saying, that was so long ago. It's so funny how you guys are bringing this up now. I don't feel that way about her. Like, I feel bad that happened to her. It's sad. But then, of course, in Kelly's fashion, she had to throw some shade in there. And I think she said something like, but I'm still not surprised. You know what I mean? Because it's Kelly. You know, Kelly's got to be shady, you know. But I think we can all agree that Jim is a pig. I see you guys in the live chat. Stephanie, Michelle, Mybelle, Valerie Franco. I see a lot of people are watching and not a lot of people are in the chat. So I see you guys for watching, and I thank you guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the AfterBuzz reality channel because we're the ESPN of TV talk. And make sure to give us a 5-star rating on iTunes if you're listening to us. We thank you. And yeah, it's Bravo, bitch. We'll be here every single Wednesday with yours truly, Hollywood LuAnn. Thank you for coming in. You look so beautiful today.
Oh my God, thank you. You
I
do
love
too.
your makeup. Thank you. Let's talk about a new cast member. Her name is very weird. It's Bronwyn Wyndham Burke. Can you say that 3 times in a row?
Bronwyn Windenberg. What? I was almost there.
I know. I thought you were going to do it, and I was just going to be like, well, I guess you can.
I got nervous.
Bronwyn Wyndham Burke joins the Real Housewives of Orange County cast for season 14. This is a picture of her and her husband, which I've already heard kind of things about.
Well, she looks like Gina. What's going on?
Well, she looks very OC, you know. The big family, the blonde, the husband, the showing
boobs.
off, the boobs, the tan, you know what I mean? I've seen her Instagram. She's very OC, and she's very much in with the ladies. I'm not sure if this is someone that has had history with the ladies, but it seems throughout the last couple months they've gotten really close. There's a lot of pictures with her, Shannon, and Kelly, and Gina, and of course Gina and Emily have been really close, and they are still close. But yeah, let's talk about this new cast member. What do we think? Do we think she's pretty, first of all?
I mean, I don't think she's ugly. I think she's cute. I think she's fine. I don't know enough about her to make that decision because usually, like, once I see their personality, that changes how they look to me.
Yeah, because you could be super beautiful and have the worst personality, and it'll just make you ugly.
And then you become an ugly.
You become ugly. Well, she's married to Sean Burke, who is the CEO of Tech Center for Channel Stars. You know, he describes her as a globe-trotting mom to 7 amazing kids. They have 7 kids.
That is too many.
That is insane.
Is this Housewives or is this 19 kids going on 20?
Bronwyn was photographed filming with Shannon and Kelly over the weekend. Tamra follows her on Instagram, so it seems like she's pretty much in with the ladies. You know what I mean?
And now Vicki's out? Are you for sure? Because I know there's lots of rumors.
There's lots of rumors, but I can't say my source, but I know for sure that Vicki is gone. And I don't want to say the proof how because it'll reveal my source.
Okay.
But let's just say,
we'll have to wait.
I've seen like official things.
Okay, let's be honest. I'm hoping the best for this new cast member because OC has been stale. And I have been an OC diehard fan since the very beginning, okay?
Speak the truth.
And I always get so excited when it's on or when it's about to come on. And then it just kind of like, it just doesn't do much. I mean, I need Gretchen Wiener back. I need Alexis Jesus Jugs.
Gretchen Wieners? What does this mean, girls? You mean Gretchen Rossi?
Yes, that is exactly what I meant.
No, she either just delivered a baby girl or she's about to have a girl.
I need Alexis back. She's single now. Can you imagine? Like,
okay,
they need
her
to do...
husband lost his lawsuit with Shannon Bedore, and he had to give her money. He had to pay her legal bills. Over $100,000 in legal bills.
Wait, Alexis' husband?
Yeah, Alexis Bellino's husband subpoenaed Shannon Bedore for a defamation case.
Oh, God, are those real?
Which everyone told him to drop, and he didn't, and now he has to pay Shannon Bedore's legal fees. The judge was like, throw this out. I am done with this.
Oh, my gosh.
So Shannon is just good. She is good on money. I'm not sure if she's good mentally. We'll have to see on the show.
Okay, but the great thing about, let's go back to New York real quick, is they brought back all the old people, and it's just, it's great, and that's kind of what I want for OC. Like, I want all the old people back, and I think that it would be so much better. I don't love Gina. Emily's fine, but I'm not that into her. So I'm really hoping that they pull through this season.
Well, Gina is back together with her husband. We do have a photo of them. We definitely wanted to pull up the photo because we wanted to remind you guys that Matt is pretty hot. I mean, look at that piece of meat right there. He is
super hot.
He's so hot. And I love Gina, but you know what? Here's the thing. Gina is an East Coast girl. So I'm not going to be like, Gina's annoying because she's from the East Coast, because people from the East Coast just have a certain style. You know what I mean? And it's she just doesn't stop. I had her here in the studio and I'm like, Gina, I have to move on to the next segment. And she just wouldn't stop. She was talking for Emily, and Emily's like, stop talking for me. You know, it's just a lot, which I love. She's great for TV, but I'm just saying sometimes it's a lot. So,
and hopefully we can get into her arrest, most importantly.
Well, you know what? I heard that they filmed 3 days after her arrest is when they started filming for the season. So hopefully they'll just keep rehashing it.
Of course.
So it becomes part of the storyline. She'll have to go to court eventually, so maybe we will get to see some of this.
I mean, she's going to have to talk about what's been going on recently in her life, and I think being arrested is a big thing that happened.
Yeah, here's the other thing though, guys. I just want to be totally honest with you guys because I love my Bravo audience, and I love that you guys are watching. I see you guys in the live chat. Here's the thing. Even though they're back together, I heard through the grapevine that Matt doesn't really film. And by doesn't really, I mean he doesn't at all. Which is very disappointing because here's the thing about Gina. The reason that we were even hooked to begin with is because we were definitely very much in the dark in this mystery box about her husband. We didn't know what he was doing in LA. How do you not know where he lives? You know what I mean? It was all very fishy. It's true.
I can't with that whole story.
Do you remember that?
Of course I do.
She was like,
so
no,
weird.
I don't know where he lives. I've never been to the apartment in LA. I'm like, are you crazy? I would know where he lived, what time he got off work, because I would be there. I'd be like, you're not going to be in some random Hollywood apartment by yourself.
Looking like that. Looking like a snack.
Looking like a snack when there's plenty of thirsty, hungry hoes everywhere.
Yeah.
Including 2 right here.
Yeah.
That would eat him up in a heartbeat.
We would eat him up alive. We'd
be like, Gina, do you want to go to 7-Eleven around the corner and like... I mean, come on, girl. You're 2 hours away in Orange County. So I'm just glad they're back together. Maybe his LA girlfriend broke up with him.
Yeah, obviously. So is he back in OC? Are they living together, or is he still in some random apartment in LA that she doesn't know about?
I don't know. Hopefully she's out of the casita. Do you remember this? Yes. Okay, so they did give us something. I did like the new girls. Emily's husband, Shane.
I actually liked him.
Thank God for him, because we saw that huge fight with Kelly when she called him a pussy, called him a dwarf, and called him all this crazy thing. Like, we got to see Kelly go crazy, and because of that, Emily was like, "I'll kill you."
She went for the jugular that day. Now I'm having a brain fart. Is Kelly off the show? Didn't she say?
No, Kelly's on the show.
Okay, but was there a rumor that she was going to leave?
Yes, she was saying, "I'm not going to come on. I'm not going to film because because Vicki has been bringing up cocaine things and like bringing up stuff that's like clearly defamation of my character as a mother and as a person. Like, I'm not going to deal with this. It's either me or her."
Yes, the ultimatum.
And then Bravo was like, "Honey, please, we'll give it a couple of weeks." So of course everything is fine.
Okay.
I don't know like how fine it is, but Kelly's on the show. Vicki's on the show. She's just not a housewife, you guys. I'm sorry to break it to you.
I won't believe it till I see it, but
I'm just gonna say it. You heard it now on It's Bravo, bitch. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, and then you can nail me to the cross like Jesus. But I know for sure she is just a friend.
She's Tamara's friend. What about the Tres Amigos?
I don't know whose friend she is, but she's
what about
not.
Andale's?
She's
What about the
Andale's friend.
minivan that you brought to fit in 7 people? Okay. When is OC coming back?
You're not a mother.
Is
OC comes back August 14th. I think it's the second week, so we're really
so
excited
far.
about that.
Okay.
It's going to be good, you guys. It's going to be good. We have, obviously, the new cast member, Gina and Matt, are back together. Jim, obviously, cheats on Meghan. I know she's not on the show. But, you know what I mean? It's just OC updates here. We're giving you the OC updates. One more thing about this. The new girl, I've heard through the grapevine that even though he doesn't really know that he's like creating a storyline, and she doesn't know either, I've heard just through passing comments that he's kind of inappropriate and that the other ladies have talked about it.
This is the husband of the new woman.
Yes. I've heard that he has just made inappropriate comments. Nothing crazy. Nothing we're going to get sued over, or nothing like, you know.
It's always the worst when like the men or boyfriend are inappropriate, right?
But here's the thing though, she doesn't know anything about it, and she doesn't know that the ladies have talked about it. So it's going to be one of those situations where we're all watching and it's all unfolding.
Learning.
Yeah. And we're all learning. And by we, I mean us and the cast members.
She doesn't know, but you know. Right.
That's what I'm saying. You guys need to keep checking out It's Bravo, bitch. I have lots of sources. But you know what? It's all hearsay. It's all just entertainment gossip. But you guys know that I'm usually pretty spot on about this sort of stuff.
Oh,
so
well, we will see.
The one thing that I am standing behind is I really do feel like Vicki's just a friend, especially her desperate attempts of trying to convince everyone the last couple months on Instagram when she posted that picture with the flowers. Thank you. We finally negotiated and filming started today. Like, really?
I didn't see that.
It was just a lot.
Well, because she's like a 60-year-old doing social media. Can you blame her?
I get it. I mean, that's why I give her a pass. But then sometimes it's just like, you know what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, only time will tell again. And maybe she's
becoming a little sensitive lately. That's why I'm like, I don't want to say too much and piss Vicki off. She blocked 2 judgy girls.
Really?
Yes. So I don't know.
And do you know her?
No, I don't. I'm trying to get them on the podcast.
Okay.
They're very busy for June, though.
Well, maybe they won't be busy since she doesn't have a full-time job anymore.
Well, let's get into our next topic. You guys, a little story time from yours truly, Hollywood LuAnn. You know, sometimes I leave LA and I go not to North Carolina or South Carolina or Charleston, but I go to New York City, and guess who I run into? Craig from Southern Charmed.
Oh, wow.
Look at that photo. Now,
how is he?
First of all, don't we look like a couple?
Yeah, it's like you're sitting on his lap or something.
I basically was. If you're looking at the photo, it's me and Craig at a New York City bar. It was raining. It was dark. It was about to be dark.
It was cuddly.
But I came up behind him and basically rubbed his entire back.
Oh, so you just saw him?
I just saw him and came up behind him and rubbed his back.
Oh.
And he went, like, who's touching me? And I'm like, it's me. I'm touching you. And his back felt very muscular. And if you saw the very last episode of Southern Charmed, there was like so many shots of him shirtless, him waking up.
Yeah.
Scratching his stomach, brushing his teeth, getting into the shower. I'm like, why are we seeing Craig naked? I like it.
Yeah, but he's scrawny. Admit that.
He is scrawny. No, I don't know.
He looks so skinny. Was he not that skinny in real life?
He wasn't that like scrawny where I would feel like I'm gonna break him.
I
you
need
know
a little
what I
bit
mean?
more meat on a man.
No, I feel you, but you need to see him in person. He's actually kind of like I don't know.
Honestly, in the beginning, I loved Craig. Like, I think he's cute and adorable, and Andy Cohen definitely has a major crush on him.
Oh my God, totally. A lot of people do, though.
But his whole, like, personality on the show, obviously it's probably produced a little bit, but I don't like the whole being lazy and waking up late.
No, I really do feel like he is that way. He's very slow. Like, he's just like... It's all on his time. Like, it is very just Xanax-y.
Yeah, he doesn't know what a W9 is.
That's impossible. How can you pass the bar and not know what a W9 is?
Well, that's my point, is I think that like a little bit of it is staged for the show. But yeah, he probably does wake up at noon. But to me, that's just
cute.
He is cute, but that's unattractive to me in a man.
Well, that's why Naomi left him. She's like, get your shit together. I can't deal with you.
Oh, she upgraded.
She did. We talked about it on It's Bravo, Bitch. We did a side-by-side comparison.
Oh my God, that guy's hot.
He is hot.
I want him. I'll move to Charleston.
You don't want to move to Charleston, girl.
Do I not?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Those girls have all been with them, and they've all been with each other, and then they're like
incest.
They're the most popular kids in that whole county. Can you imagine? It's like a big
small town.
A big small town, but they're like, I don't know. I would just feel weird.
Yeah.
It's like when I walk down Santa Monica Boulevard and everyone's going after the Vanderpump Rules kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, they live here. They're just people.
They're just normal people.
Exactly. Like, Billy's right over there dying to get recognized if you want to go. Billy's dying to get recognized on the corner.
Yeah,
so
Billy's brunch,
go talk to
Sunday.
her.
You can
Don't
see her.
approach Jax. Jax is so mean in person.
Oh, I met him before. He's nice.
Really?
Yeah, he was sweet.
Well, when he was still bartending, like I would see him, like girls would just try to come up and conversate with him, and he, how bartenders lean down? Mm-hmm. Like he wouldn't lean down. He'd be like, I could hear you from here.
Oh, he was above it.
Like he is just such a dick.
Okay.
Like Jim Edmonds.
Well, they can go be cheating assholes together.
It's going to be very interesting to see that new scene as well. I've heard that Vanderpump Rules is currently filming right now for the Jax and Brittany wedding. Jax and Brittany and her best friend, her little gay BFF, they've been having drama on following each other, breaking up with each other.
I'm sorry, who?
The BFF and Brittany, Jax's fiance.
Yes.
Did you see that drama?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but...
I don't know what happened, but he unfollowed her. She unfollowed him. He was like, I'm going back to wherever I came from. And then his little thirsty butt came back and was like, I love them. We're all back together and we're all friends again. And I'm like, Queen, if you're going to be this messy publicly, you need to come back and clean it up. Let us know, like, we're good guys. I know we fought, but get over it. Like, you'll see it on the show or something.
She's like, you can rot in hell.
Yeah, but he is, like, extra thirsty. If you look at his Instagram, it's nothing but him and celebrities.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously
he's like, this is my friend.
Yeah, he wants his 5 minutes of fame.
This is my friend, too. And this is me and Kristen Doty and me and Stassi and me and Nicole Scherzinger.
I don't even look at those people's Instagrams. I don't care.
God, girl. Let me just tell you.
Vanderpump Rules, can we just talk about how they all bought houses in the Valley? And I want to see those mansions. That is what I want to see. I don't want to see them at Vanderpump Rules or at Vanderpump Bars bartending anymore.
Let's get on a freaking reality show. Like, these people are buying houses in California. Do you know what crazy it is to buy a house in California? That means you've officially made it.
Yeah, no, truly. I don't need to see Lisa Vanderpump anymore. Like, let's transition.
You're probably not going to see her. She's not coming back, Bo.
Well,
and they're over her on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and Erica's over everybody. Make sure to tune into It's Bravo Bitch every single Wednesday because we're going to breaking it down for you guys, breaking it down, all the juicy gossip. This podcast is out, climbing, and moving up. Let's get into news and gossip because it's about the show. Yeah, so like I was saying, It's Bravo Bitch with Hollywood LuAnn is up and onward and moving up and climbing. Bustle just did a little shout out for us. Thank you, Bustle. It says Below Deck cast members Hannah and Colin weighed in on the Ben replacement rumors during an appearance on the It's Bravo Bitch podcast. So your boy is getting some press, y'all.
Famous.
It's Bravo Bitch is getting out there. Make sure to tell your friends if you watch any of the Bravo shows, you'll love my show because eventually I will cover it. If it's hot that week, we're gonna bring it up. If it's snoozing, we're going to put it on the back burner. But it doesn't mean that we're not going to bring it up. We're going to talk about everything. Real Housewives of Potomac is getting insanely good. And every single time I watch it, it's getting me more and more hooked. I don't know where I've been this whole time, but Giselle and Karen, like Real Housewives of Potomac is crazy. Ashley Darby, like it's insane. The drama there, like her husband groping and grabbing people and fellatio with other men.
I can't. I need to know.
It's getting
I need to,
good.
If your husband did that, and your husband was not gay, wouldn't you be a little scared? And then it was on TV and recorded, and everyone's talking about it.
Does SN1D make you gay?
I think so. No.
Oh my God. Well, let's talk about tweets because I do have one tweet from you guys. It's a little tweet that I want to share with you guys, my little special segment, and it's a celebrity tweet this time. It's Camille Grammer, and she's giving us a little Real Housewives of Beverly Hills gossip tea. This is what the tweet said. Basically, it's Camille saying, excuse me. Here's the tweet. Did the morally corrupt say something petty about me in the preview for next week's episode? LOL, I didn't watch, but I heard about it.
God.
Morally corrupt. We're obviously talking about Faye Resnick. Ah!
I love how the last line, I didn't watch, but I heard
Camille
about
has
it.
been through a lot. Her house burned down. That was really sad to watch.
Oh, extremely sad.
Even though we've seen Camille be crazy, evil, and you're such an effing liar, Camille. Like, honestly, seeing her house burning down, that was sucky. The fires were 2 miles away from my house. You know what I mean? It was scary. A scary time in California.
Yeah.
There was ash all over the ground. It was in the air. It was bad. Like, I know that the country has seen worse, but for us Californians, like, extreme rain shocks us. You know what I mean? The only thing we're used to out here is earthquakes. Shake the whole building, and if it's not that bad, we'll go back to sleep. But like fire, tornadoes, like that kind of stuff, we're not used to.
We're sensitive.
Like, especially people that live in Malibu and on the beach. Who would have ever thought people on the beach would be running from fire? So my heart goes out to all the Malibu people that were affected by the fire. Denise Richards, Camille Grammer, all the people, even those celebrities, and they have money. It's still super heartbreaking to lose everything that you have. Imagine all your photographs. Some people even said on the Beverly Hills show, I ran out with only my PJs on.
I mean,
that's scary.
It's heartbreaking, and I can't imagine. And it was, honestly, Camille had a really great attitude about it. Like,
she did.
She wasn't super pissed. She was just like, this is what it is.
She didn't even cry.
I'm sure she did, but maybe not on the show.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. I mean, and even her 17-year-old daughter walking through the rubble, like, they seem to be very...
I'm glad they showed a shot of the family. It gave it more humanity and not so like, this is me walking around my lot that's been burned down.
Yeah.
I'm glad that the kids were there. It gave it like real feeling to me.
Yeah, but even as a kid, like, I'd be freaking out. I'd be having a tantrum, like, my house burned down, and they were chill.
So you would think Faye would be a little bit nice, but instead she's like, maybe she'll be nice. Like, maybe you should be nice. Like, girl, you're just a friend of the show. Like, maybe change up the attitude and maybe you could be on the show.
Faye, they would have done that already.
Yeah, Faye's just not for the show.
Did you hear that Kathy Hilton is signed on now?
That would be amazing. I want Kathy, Kyle, and Kim. Like, I know some people are having some issues with Kim, but I mean with Kyle right now, like, because Kyle has been ridiculous, especially the last 2 episodes. She was getting on my freaking nerves. Like, especially the last episode last night, I would have been like, Kyle, you're drunk. Get out of my room.
She was annoying.
Even Erica was like, let's talk about this in the morning because you're drunk and I'm not explaining this to you. Stop telling me how I should feel, Kyle. This is what I want. I want Kathy Hilton on so she can freaking lay the hand of the Hilton family hand down that she's been doing for the last 20 years. We're going to finally see her, how she rules Kyle and rules Kim. You guys have to remember, she is the matriarch of the Hiltons. And we've only heard about it. Like, I'm not talking to my sister right now. Like, Kathy makes the rules. I want to see this play out. Yeah. And we'll get Kim Richards back. Anything to have Kim Richards back. I love Kim Richards.
Disagree. Just bring Brandy back and I'll be fine.
Ugh, that drunk biatch. I do want Brandy on It's Bravo Bitch, even though we've made fun of her when she was all drunk coming out of that restaurant. It was bad.
What is going
she
on
like made a video the next day crying like, you guys are so messed up.
To you?
To a lot of people.
To the world. To the media.
World. We played it on the show again. All right. Where can we find you? What do you want to promote, Shanti? Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. You guys can find me on Instagram at Shanti_Christina or tweet me at Shanti Christina.
Yeah, she will be on some up-and-coming Bravo shows. You'll catch her here on It's Bravo Bitch again. But the one person you are going to see week to week is me, because this is my show. It's Bravo Bitch with Hollywood LuAnn. We're going to be covering all of your favorite Bravo shows, breaking down the tea, whatever's hot that week. We're going to giving it to you guys. Piping hot tea. Spilling it everywhere.
I love the tea. I want it.
I'm a bad server because I just spill the tea everywhere. You can follow me on Instagram at Hollywood LuAnn. And yeah, check me out and check us out and come back next Wednesday. Bye, AfterBuzzers.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.